First, why did the Chamber Board weigh in? We don't weigh in on every public issue, but we thought this one was very, very important to our Chamber members, and we thought it was important that we advocate on your behalf and also educate you on this particular issue. You might recall there's a couple other issues that we've weighed in on over the last few years. One was a new international trade crossing, the bridge across to Canada, and also the West Michigan Regional Airport ballot initiative. So what did our process look like, and how did we come down in favor of encouraging you all to vote in favor of the May 5 ballot initiative? We had a 2-month study session at our Public Policy Committee meetings. We spent an hour and a half in the first month hearing from the Lieutenant Governor on why we should support this issue. And just to indicate how strong our committee is, at that meeting we had the Lieutenant Governor, we had the Senate Majority Leader, we had 3 members of the State House and a former member of the State House, all at our committee meeting, helping us be as informed as possible. The following month we heard from an individual representing the con side, indicating why they felt we should not support this particular ballot initiative. And after we went through that process, we came to some conclusions. There was pretty much unanimous agreement that there's need for additional road funding in the state of Michigan. If you drove here today, you probably understand that. The next thing, though, is the funding methodology we use today in the state of Michigan is very complicated to fund the states. There's a fund roads, excuse me. There's a state gas tax, but part of that goes to schools, part of it goes to roads, and it's really complicated. So we thought maybe this is an opportunity to simplify things here in our state. When we looked at the current budget as it stands today, we said, is there enough money in the budget to do the things that we need to do from a road standpoint? And while there's agreement there needs to be more money, there isn't full agreement on how much it needs to be. On the low side, it's about $1.2 billion. On the high side, it's $2 billion a year in additional funding. We couldn't find that anywhere in the existing budget, so we knew it needed to come from somewhere. And then finally, the opposition, while opposed to the concept of a tax increase or raising additional funds for roads, didn't really put anything out there that was a suitable alternative to fix the roads. So we came to the conclusion that we needed to support this, and a few other things to help you understand why this is really important. Historically, over the past 2 administrations, the way we funded roads was through debt. And a perfect example of how that didn't work is M6. Many of you probably travel M6 weekly. M6 is not paid for, and it already needs to be repaired. So using debt as a method of funding the roads is not a good solution. Finally, we also looked at political reality. If the ballot initiative goes down on May 5, how likely is it some other thing is going to come out of Lansing that's going to solve our problem in the near future? And the reality is that the State House today is more conservative than it was a year ago. And they worked for 3 years to try to come up with the best possible solution, and what we have in front of us today is, we believe, the best political solution that we can get passed and make happen in our state. We also know that waiting is not a good option. Every day that goes by that we don't invest further in our roads and bridges means it's going to be more expensive in the future to do that. And so we believe we need to take action now, and that's why we encourage you to tell your friends, families, coworkers to support the May 5 ballot initiative. It really is an important thing.